and this is my kingdom. This is your home, this is your place. Absolutely at ease with wherever you are. Welcome to the Madras International Circuit. This is the place where the gentleman celebrity next to me has had a massive tenure. His brother is a Formula One. Sorry to use the wrong word, but he's a Formula One geek.
I think everyone knows it by now. He's happy to be a Formula One geek, a motorsport geek. We've got some really good entertainment on offer. The on-track, some scintillating racing to come, some good championship battles that are coming alive as well. And I think it's going to be important to see how this weekend comes together.
Let's quickly have a look at the points table after round two. It's going to be very interesting. One man that we need to talk about is Tijal Rao, right on top of the points table. And this is where he stands at 31 points. It's the first time. Are we going to say that he's going to be the favorite? Yes, he's the front runner. Tijal number 1, Diljit number 2, M Sport Rahul Rangasamy at number 3. So it's good thing is Dark Dawn 1 and 2.
Yeah, and I think with the motorsport, you can never write someone off. So it's too early to say the championship is certainly in the bag for Diljit. But Diljit, 1 and 2 for Dark Dawn Racing, they'll be a happy camp at the moment. Rahul Rangasamy, Nathan McPherson, Abhay M. You've got a bunch of others, including at 10th spot, Saran Vikram Maz for Momentum. He's got capability as well. So while you look at that page and you think there's runaway front runners, that isn't quite the case.
As we look at one important team, this is going to be Nathan McPherson's comp number 16. That man had a very, very important time as far as the race under the night sky, the Chennai Street Circuit. Momentum Motorsports made a fabulous debut. Let's say hello to comp number 12 as he gets ready as one of the grey cars of Dark Dawn, Tijal Rao. This man, he has been a revelation here again. What a race win at the last race, and he's also kept it through. And this has been one of those moments. This has been one of those moments for him. Tijal Rao was one of the kids at the age of 3. Had to undergo first operations in his legs, and then with multiple operations. Remember, he's a young kid with a club foot, but he's gone through ages. Here is a family man on the track. That is Bala Prasad. He is in the top 3 as well. Chetan Surineni is going to give him company. Avalanche Racing needs to up their game again. They are missing one gentleman who got them a national champion, and that was Chitesh Mandudi way back. Can Avalanche Racing pull through? Ahura Racing will be upsetting the Dark Dawn plans with a red car. That's car number 42. When you talk about car number 42, that's been written all over. It was always Sarosh Ataria. A man your brother had wonderful duel with. Car number 42.
It's funny, when I think of 42, I think of Sarosh as well. It's a weird one. I grew up watching, of course, Sarosh and being around motorsport from that time. And 42 somehow reminded me of Sarosh straight away, especially in this category. I'll take you down to Shruti, who's got a few of the drivers to catch up with ahead of what is going to be a scorching race. Shruti, over to you.
And yes, scorching is the right word. Here we are with Vishwas, who's starting on the pole, P1 right here. And Vishwas, you haven't won any race yet this round, this season. What are your thoughts? You're starting on the number 1 position right now, and how are you looking forward to this race?
So starting on pole is a very good place to start in the race, and nothing. We've been working on the car a lot, and I've been improving as well. So I'm looking forward for a very good race right now, along with my teammates behind me as well. So it's going to be a good fun race till the end.
Thank you very much, Vishwas. Wishing you luck, and here we are moving to Tijal Rao here, who's starting on the 2nd position. Well, Tijal, what are your thoughts? It's extremely hot outside. What kind of conditions are you undertaking to be in this car of yours right now?
Yeah, today is an extremely hot day, but I think we have already driven on these conditions, and I think it's going to be a very interesting race. We're going to be putting our head down, and I want to be taking the win today, hopefully. So let's see, it's going to be a good race.
Right, you're also the championship leader this season. How are you looking forward to this race while you're starting on the 2nd position?
I just want to get a good start and have a clean fight and probably hopefully pull away from there and try to win the race, and that's the aim of the race. So let's see how it goes.
Thank you very much. And moving on to Bala Prashant.
And Shruti is in a hurry to meet everyone. She's like, we got 1 minute, but no, I want to meet everybody on the track. Listen, we want to have a race which is on hand, and that's exactly why we're here for. If you believe in numerology, I believe in something called namology, which basically means we have two commentators whose name begin with S. And there is Shruti, who is on the track as well. And there is Somil, who's now resting because he wants to have very good action again.
A lot of S's.
And says a man who had car number 5 along with your brother. Your dad had car number 5, your brother had car number 5, and then all of a sudden we see car number 42, Sarosh Ataria. And Sarosh Ataria said, dude, I'm not racing, it's my car.
Yeah, it's nice to always have those moments. I think as a racing driver, there's a few things that are very iconic to you, which is your helmet, your car number. There's a few things that will stay with a lot of fans as well. And it's strange, when you said 42, my mind went back, even though I haven't seen Sarosh in a few years or seen a 42 on the grid, it just instantly went back to him. And it's nice to see one of his own cars in his team carrying that number and that sort of legacy on as well. But this man, Diljit for Dark Dawn Racing, has been excellent to watch. And when you look at where he starts as well, there's going to be some work to be done for Diljit. He starts on the 5th row of the grid in 10th spot, so there is a bit of carving through the grid to be done.
We're going to be looking at the grid in just a moment, and when that happens, you and I are going to see how they come down. Let's get it down as we see who's going to start on pole position. It's Dark Dawn all the way into the top again. So then, it's P1 for Vishwas Vijay Raj from Dark Dawn, Tijal Rawat in car number 12 at P2, Bala Prashad car number 10 at P3, Chetan Suraneni car number 42 at 4, Saran Vikram Tamaz car number 33 at 5, Mehul Agarwal car number 9 at 6, and Abhay M car number 45 at 7, Neev Datta car number 3 at 8. Gokul Krishna at P9, Diljit in car number 10, I got a hurry, Abhinav Reddy in P11, and then it is Arjun Nair at P12. And further down into the grid, it is going down Priyanka Vijay from Ahura Racing at 13, Ashok Lal at P14, Monit Kumaran, Ahura Racing at P15, Dhruv Goswami at 16, Neil Singh at P17, Yash at P18. Further down the order, it still continues. It's Amit Kuti from Ahura 19, Sparshritan at 20, 21 Thavin Rithan, 22 Nathan McPherson, Prayanshu Telian 23, and Aditya Topo 24.
And
Almost running out of breath.
Yeah, but this is where it gets interesting because you've got Nathan McPherson down in 22nd spot. So you'd expect someone who's inside the top 5 of the championship to contend even from there. And that's why this category is always exciting. When you've got 24, 25 cars on the grid, you know you're in for some very good racing. And all of these guys know this circuit now inside out. It's a circuit that's become home to them as we see the 30-second board come out and we head into the formation lap. But this is a circuit that they know and love. And this is where we see some of the best racing in the Formula LGBs over the years as well. So sit back, strap yourselves in, and get ready for a great weekend of motorsport.
So then 12 turns that really take this track to one of those beautiful tracks, which is more in terms of how you got to be technical all the way through. 12 turns that really decide how it's going to. That's turn number 1 for you. 3.74 kilometer track, lovely curves around with up to 11 meters. You talk about the first race that happened in 1990. We've come really far right now. This turn 2 to turn number 3. This and from turn number 3 into turn number 4, slight lift off. Stay close to the chicane, not too much, because there is a tendency of cars going a little wide. And turn number 3 to turn number 4 to 5, you get on with the Senna S's. You would want to talk about how difficult and how crucial it is to get the apexes right here.
Yeah, I think here it's all about the exit because you've got the long straight to come after that, and that's where you've got an opportunity to put that nose down the inside and make the move into the next left-hander. And then you've got the long right-handed sequence of corners, and I love that sequence on this circuit. When you get the right exit, you're onto that straight, and then you make your way around to the back part of that track. It's such a nice sequence of corners as you come around to the flowing right-handers. So for me, each sector has something special about it, which is why you get drivers who are particularly quick through the initial part of the circuit. some drivers who are quicker through the second sector, which is a bit more technical as well. And then that final sector as well, as you come up the left-hander, up the crest, into the right-hander, and into that last corner. It's a really nice, picturesque part of the circuit as well as the cars make their way around. So overall, there's so many different elements to this circuit, which is why we always say it's a driver's and rider's delight.
When you talk about turn number 4, and by the time you talk about the next turn, you're already done 5 and 6, and you're already up to turn number 8. Now that's how quick that turns are. You got to get your left, right, and then hit it out. Anand's corner has a history. We will talk about that. Your brother has also very interesting history about that as well. The amount of overtaking that's happened, the amount of overtaking Sarosh has done. We're going to be talking about big names, and maybe through our commentary we will try and revisit the history and finally how Formula One entered India. All of that and much more, because let's talk about something very big. Khushmeni has just done a test for Alpine, and we are massively excited for it. And this is what happens when we are at the grassroots. This is the moment.
Yeah, it is. And I think it's important, as you said, to talk about that history at times, because people need to understand that Indian motorsport is not new. It's been around a long time. We've had a lot of success stories. We continue to have great success stories with the likes of a Khushmeni, whether it was Jehan knocking on the doors and then moving across to Formula E, to so many others, Arjun doing a great job in DTM. So there's still a lot to talk about with a lot of vigor as well, but this is where this Saturday heats up, as we've got 24 cars lining up on this grid for the Formula LGB Race 1 of this weekend.
8 laps of the race is about to commence, and Digil versus Vishwas. Will this be a dark dawn wash, or will we have Ahura and M Sport really challenge the roost? We're going to see them taking on turn number 1, which is really going to be really close again. The 5-second board is going to come out any moment. Watch out for turn number 1. That's where the most of the overtakings are, the prelude to the overtakings that could happen.
Yeah, here we go. As the 5 lights start to illuminate, we will go with this weekend of racing at the Indian Racing Festival. The Formula LGB is at a great start from our leader Vishwas Vijayaraj into C1, the flowing right-hander. As we take a look at the leaders, so far so good. It's been clean. We haven't seen too much carnage, but a clean getaway for Vishwas Vijayaraj. Tijal Rao clinging on to second at the moment, but he's coming under a whole lot of pressure.
Chetan Sorini had one of the best starts, but if he's going to miss out those positions again from number 4 to number 3, really moved in. But now he's back to number 4 again. Now there's absolutely no pace for him to really come through now. As in quick time, we were talking about the Senna SS move in into turn number 5. Digil versus Bala Prasad versus Ahura Racing. This is going to be a very interesting fight.
I think Bala Prasad's got the jump. Oh, 4 wide into the left-hander. Surely not. There you go. Had to be someone going off, and it's Neev Datta who is unfortunately the victim and finds himself on the grass in that yellow car. Unfortunate for Neev Datta, but someone had to go off there.
Talk about comprehensions. A yellow car was showed a yellow flag. Neev Datta will not like that move, maybe outbraked himself. We were talking about coming closer to the apex, but get your braking done before the corner starts. As simple as that. Vishwas Vijayaraj almost pulling up a 1-second lead. The battle between Tijal and Bala Prasad is going to benefit him.
I think it's Tijal that's got himself back into second spot ahead of Bala Prasad. So still a dark dawn 1, 2, 3 at the moment, with Vishwas Vijayaraj followed by Tijal Rao now again, and then Bala Prasad, who held second for a brief moment on the opening lap. But yet again, on the opening lap here in the Formula LGB, unbelievable entertainment on offer.
Priyanka Vijay, the only girl on the track, is up to P17. Well done, Ahura Racing. Let's try and see if you're able to get the little bit of that spin. There we go. Oh yeah, completely outbraked himself. How many times have we done that? It's one of the most embarrassing things in the world when you break yourself, outbreak yourself, and just spin and go off.
I think especially when you've got 3 cars alongside you and you think you're going to get tapped somewhere, if you go off all on your own, that's a tough one to digest as well.
How many times? It's one of the most things like, gosh, I can disappear this moment rather than playing that on replay. The battle for the third, Tijal Rao versus Bala Prasad still heats up. And I love the way Tijal Rao is still able to make the overtaking maneuver stick. with each and every passing move. Bala Prasad is now coming in close. Can he come and really attack him on the outside? Thinks about it, says no, I will still follow through.
And that's where we saw the move on the previous lap as well, down the inside from Bala Prasad. This time says, I'll give it a bit more time. There's still 6 laps to go. And as a result, he will take his moment, because at this point, Dark Dawn with the 1-2-3 also want to make sure they're accumulating team points as far as that comes. But a safety car has been called out for. So we will have the safety car at the end of this lap come out. There you go. The driver's pointing at the board saying safety car, guys. And I think second and third spotted it before our leader, Vishwas Vijayaraj. And that'll bring things down to a very constant pace for a little while.
Only time in the constant pace is going to be under the safety car. Now, I would really like to appreciate the organizers, the Indian Racing League. Very importantly, we are at the Indian Racing Festival. We had a celebration the other day where there was a lot of acknowledgement the way the street circuit and how did we finally race under the night sky. It was a dream for all of us. Now, most importantly, the LGB Formula 4, now they've become so matured and it's almost like a muscle memory. You see a safety car, hands up, slow it down. Now, they are bringing their A game to the track again. Let's talk about the LGB Formula 4 cars. One of the most safest cars that we've seen on the grid. Most importantly, the most economical single-seater racing in the entire world.
Yeah, and I think when you think about the opportunity, therefore, for so many drivers, as you said, it's economical. That allows people to make that first foray into this sport. And that was always the thought behind this category. And the category has evolved. You know, you think back, I go back a long way to the FISMEs, as we used to call them, and the development since then into the Formula LGBs as they are today, and seeing the way this category still serves Indian motorsport is so important, because for so many drivers, it's the first stepping stone into the world of single-seater racing. And when you dip your toes in, you start to get an understanding of how to be one with the car. And that only comes with more racecraft, with more time in the car. And generally, time in a race car is expensive. So when you can do it at an economical position, when you can do it where it is accessible to the public, it's a wonderful platform for Indian racing to have new talent constantly coming through.
I have a personal question for you. Why? Okay, let's get to the start a little bit again. Dark Dawn had a very good start, but Chetan Sureni, look at him. How's he going to come around? Just watch him as he dives in on the inside. Smart move there. I just hope it had stuck for a little bit. He would have definitely taken at least 2 positions again.
It was a great dive down the inside. He even had one wheel on the grass at one stage, but towards the back of the grid, we saw a lot of shuffling around. At the front, though, it was a fabulous start from Vishwas Vijayaraj. He kept his nose clean, but it was, as you said, Chetan Surineni, who had all the pressure in the world on Tijal Rao, who didn't get off to a clean getaway. But good news is, the lights have gone off. The safety car, he will pull himself into the pit lane at the end of this lap, which means we go racing again.
Maybe we need to have a hotline to safety car. Please get into the pit lane, because that's where we want you to see.
He's heard us. He's in.
Okay, Tijal Rao is a master of restarts. Vishwas Vijayaraj has seen how Tijal Rao really attacks. I like the way Tijal really attacks on the corners. Now, when he's able to, slide the car and he can dive on the inside, dive on the outside as much as you'd want. He is also a man who's able to pull through all the way every time that is needed. We're going to see the safety car has already come into the pit lane this very moment. Car number 42 is not Sarosh Ataria. It is Chetan Surineni.
Well, this is where it's all about getting your foot on the gas at the right time. And Vishwas Vijayaraj will be hoping to get the clean getaway that he wants. Hasn't quite surprised Tijal Rao on this restart, but he's got his nose out in front. Tijal Rao and Bala Prasad still chasing him. Chetan Surineni in 4th, things staying the way they are. Abe in 5th spot, Saran Vikram in 6th. And at the moment, it's going to be about when that first move comes in. Already, we're seeing opportunities open up down the inside and hasn't quite made it stick. And now, 2 wheels on the grass. This is what we like to see in this category.
It was wonderful start by Vishwas Vijayaraj. That's a masterclass as to how do you do a restart. There was not a single wheel wrong again. He kept it tight. Despite that, Tijal Rao is still able to give him company and should be able to pass him if he's able to get to turn number 5, because he's a master in taking that toe. How many times are we going to see that?
Yeah, brilliant work from Tijal to get the lead of this race. And again, it's a silver 1-2-3 for Dark Dawn Racing, but it's now been flipped. Tijal in the lead, Vishwas Vijayaraj in second, Bala Prasad in third. And I actually think that Vishwas didn't quite catch Tijal off guard in that restart, and he could have done a bit better because there was no breathing room, and it allowed Tijal therefore to say, thank you very much, I'm on your gearbox and I'm coming for you.
I think Vishwas was possibly thinking that he was thinking of breaking that toe, but then realized that he might as well use maybe one of those slip streams on the straights to do his advantage. It's the 3 Dark Dawn cars. Afsar will be enjoying this so far.
Well, he will, but Vishwas Vijayaraj certainly won't be, because he's gone from the lead of this race to third in the span of 1 lap after the safety car when he was in control of it. And that tells you why a safety car situation can breathe havoc into a race.
Chetan Surineni is close, but he's going to really attack a bit. Guess what? Who's closer? It's ABM. It's a 5-way fight. Mind my words here again. 5-way fight for the top 3 position again. Saran Vikram Tamar, the danger man, could be possibly holding back Mehul Agarwal. Diljit as well. Diljit has moved up just about 8 again. Dhruv Goswami from number 17 odd. He's already up to position number 9. Gokul Krishna is chasing him. Monit Kumran is now up to number 10.
I really feel for Vishwas Vijayaraj, because I think somewhere there's a little bit of that pressure of wanting to win races, and again he's let it slip. The leaders now, remember, are number 12 Tijal Rao and Bala Prasad, and our leader from the previous lap has slipped down to third in the form of Vishwas Vijayaraj, and he's got to keep his wits about him. It's got to be so hard, and now the lead again under threat, and we've got ourselves a new leader. Bala Prasad from third is now leading this race.
He also got the fastest lap time, 156.488, and this also means there is a fight between Chetan Surineni and also, this is interesting, Abe versus Mehul Agarwal, and Saran Vikram Tamaz is close but not close enough to attack. Mehul is up to position number 6. Saran, in the meantime, is trying to make sure Diljit is not able to pass him. As we see the top 3, there's a little bit of chance. Bala Prasad is still the fastest. Tijal now back as your race leader.
Yeah, Tijal now making a move to try and find a way through. And around the outside, that is a really, really gutsy move from Tijal Rao. Yet again, taking the lead away from his teammate Bala Prasad.
I need to ask Tijal Rao, how is he able to drift and brake and accelerate at the same time? And he does it so close to the apex. You see lap in and lap out, he's able to dive in, dive out, he's able to put himself in position so that if he's able to come on the inside or come on the outside, that is what a good drive is about. Dark Dawn, you got 1, 2 and 3. Will that stay?
Well, I think it'll stay, but I don't think it'll stay in the same order. We're seeing it shuffle, lap in and lap out, and I think it's going to be that way all the way until the checkered flag. 5 laps in as they approach the 6th lap. This is a brilliant, brilliant setup at the start from Vishwas Vijayaraj, but since then, it's been about his teammates, Tijal Rao, Bala Prasad, who've now wrestled control away.
You know, this has become a wingman sport. Tijal Rao is putting his hands on time. Listen, watch out your outside, watch out your 6. I'm coming, I'm braking late again. When he knows there's going to be a little bit of problem, you might as well use the throw again. I do believe Chetan Surineni has the pace to at least outlast Abe, but Mehul Agarwal is closer. There is a fight for the 6th and the 5th. Mehul could move forward.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a change of hands even for the lead again. This is the battle for 5th, but out in front as well for the leaders, there could be a change at the front.
Mehul makes that move stick. This is how it is good. Abe is now come back in. So Mehul has moved up to number 5. The stalking defense by Chetan Surineni, who was the F1600 champion, has now been at number 5 now. This is a good fight.
Great fight, really good to see. Abe being passed by Mehul, Chetan ahead of them, still in 4th spot. But ahead of that, the leaders constantly changing hands. Bala Prasad seems to have stolen the lead away yet again from Tijal Rao, but it's a 3-way fight for 2nd spot, and Chetan Surineni is in amongst it.
So with a little over lap and a half to go, it's Bala Prasad, Tijal Rao, Vishwas Vijayaraj, Chetan Surineni, Abe and Agarwal. They've just been on number 6, but my co-commentator corrects me.
Yeah, it's actually now Bala Prasad followed by Vishwas Vijayaraj, then Tijal Rao and Chetan Surineni. So again, the top 3 have changed hands in the span of a few corners.
Note to the commentators, do not talk about the positions because they will always change. Just talk about where they are at the moment. Vishwas Vijayaraj, Tijal and Chetan Surineni were the top 3, but now this is interesting with Tijal Rao still trying to pull it through. Now interesting to note is Nathan McPherson, he's now retired. We've got 2-3 retirements as well, but Dhruv Goswami is on the charge.
He is on the charge, he's in 7th spot, but this is the battle to watch. The battle for second. Vishwas Vijayaraj in second at the moment. Chetan Surineni trying to sandwich himself between the Dark Dawn Racing cars, and he's doing a great job in 4th in that red number 42 car for Ahura. But the leaders, they've swapped hands, and the one thing that this battle for second is allowing is for Bala Prasad to extend the lead. He is smiling, looking in his mirror, saying, okay, as long as they're occupied, I can go for it. But here we go, 3-way fight for second, and down the inside goes Chetan Surineni.
It's the Red Fury which is taking on the silver grey cars of Dark Dawn. Where did you come from, car number 42? There's a little elements of Sarosh Ataria that we are possibly seeing in Chetan Surineni. But this is how the battle lines are drawn. Dhruv Goswami is still outside the top 6 now. This is going to be where everything is going. Abe is not feeling comfortable. There is a safety car on the track. Where did that come from now?
Oh, wow. What a time, though, to make that move for Chetan Surineni. Because if this race finishes under the safety car, Chetan Surineni, as a result of that bold move, as he plunged down the inside, might find himself on the podium. And that is a timely move, therefore, for the Ahura Racing car of the number 42, Chetan Surineni. But at the moment, our leader is still Bala Prasad, followed by Tijal. So a change of hands, as we've seen constantly at the front.
If I was Abe, I would actually say thank you. Why? Because his car was feeling very uncomfortable. There was understeer so much. The rear was not really coming the way he wanted. He was not able to attack Chetan, and then Mehul Agarwal was able to pass him quite easily. Well, you've been in that situation before.
Yeah, certainly has. And now when you look at where these guys are having to pace themselves, you'll get the safety car under their nose too, and as a result, I would expect this race to finish under safety car. And as a result of that, we will have a Dark Dawn 1-2, but Chetan Surineni ensuring that it's not a podium lockout for the Dark Dawn Racing boys, and that is quite a statement from him.
Gentleman once told me it's not over till it's over. It's not over till the fat lady sings. It's not over till the checkered flag is down and you have the races. And then there's also the meeting in the steward's office. Let's not talk about that. But then that's what it is. Chetan Surineni has really made sure that he's literally split up 4 of the Dark Dawns there. But I should talk about Dhruv Goswami. What a charge this guy's had all the way into position number 7.
Yeah, great drive from Dhruv Goswami to move himself into 7th. But overall, Bala Prasad is going to be one to watch.
So then the safety car is guiding all the cars into the finish line now. Bala Prasad, man on top, and also the fastest lap time, 1:56.488. Pretty interesting when you're looking at the lap times. There's nothing much to choose between them. Interesting. 1:57.160 Chetan Surineni. Vishwas Vijayaraj 1:57.162. 0.02 of a second.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting is actually the fact that there's only 3 men in the 156s, and that's Mehul Agarwal and the 2 leaders in Bala Prasad and Tijal Rao, and that tells you how quick he's been as well. So you've got to feel a little bit for Mehul Agarwal sitting in 5th spot, but what a race it was. What a race at the front of the pack. And we don't often say that. We don't want to see runaway leaders. We didn't see it here. We saw the lead exchange hands, but the timing was right for Bala Prasad, Tijal Rao and Chetan Surineni.
To put you back as we talk about sport, when you were racing and when your brothers you were saying, is it true Mr. Karun Chandok never let him borrow his helmet?
Yeah, we had to nick it when he wasn't watching. And that's why racing drivers love their gear. It is theirs. It is their statement piece when they're in the car.
So you did steal his helmet a couple of
course,
times.
more than
And
a
he doesn't know
couple.
about it.
Nope.
And we're going to have a nice chat a little bit later on this one.
As these guys approach the crest over the bridge and come around the final corner, they will take the checkered flag under the safety car, and it will be Bala Prasad that will be crowned our winner of this first race of the Formula LGB, followed by Tijul Rao, Chetan Surineni with an exceptional move to take third spot, the final spot on that podium, followed by the man who was our pole sitter, Vishwas Vijayaraj, who must feel absolutely gutted to finish outside of the podium. Mehul Agarwal in 5th, Abhay in 6th, but there is our winner, Bala Prasad, with a 1-2 for Dark Dawn Racing, with Bala Prasad and Tijul Rao in 2nd spot. Overall, we knew we were going to get entertainment when it comes to the Formula LGBs, and that's exactly what we've been delivered. Entertainment guaranteeing itself when you've got 24 cars on the grid. A couple of safety cars, we'd expect that given the entertainment quotient, given the battles up and down the grid. But it's all about getting the lead at the right time. And that's exactly where Bala Prasad found himself. We saw a battle for 2nd spot behind him between Tijul Rao, Chetan Surineni and Vishwas Vijayaraj, and that really allowed for Bala Prasad to have a little bit of breathing room when it mattered most, and then the safety car coming out meant that he took control and it was not going to slip away from his grasp. So there you have it, Bala Prasad, our winner on this Saturday's first race. Tijul Rao, who continues to be the picture-perfect man for consistency as he continues to stamp himself on this championship, because in what is a really important race for him, his championship contenders, Diljit down in 9th spot, behind them as well, the likes of a Nathan McPherson, a DNF for him. You've also not really got too much coming his way from the others in the mix, so a very good result, not just for Tijul Rao in 2nd, but because the other championship contenders are well and truly behind him. There you go, results provisional at the moment. Bala Prasad, our race winner, a 1-2 for Dark Dawn with Tijul Rao in 2nd, followed by Ahura's Chetan Surineni, who's really the lone ranger inside those 4 Dark Dawn Racing cars. Vishwas Vijayaraj in 4th, and he won't like that, having been in pole position for this race. He would have loved to stay there at the end of it. Mehul Agarwal in 5th for Dark Dawn, Abhay in 6th for M Sport, Dhruv Goswami with a great drive for M Sport into 7th, Saran Vikram Tamaz for momentum in 8th, Diljit, another championship contender, finds himself down in 9th spot, and behind him Amit Kuti, Monit Kumaran, Gokul Krishna. We've got Abhinav Reddy, Neev Datta and Priyanka Vijay, the lone woman in this lineup, in 15th for Ahura, followed by Yash Vihan, Prayanshu and Arjun and Tavish bringing up the rear. We had DNFs behind them for the likes of Neil Singh, Kal Singh, Aditya, Topo, Sparsh Ritan Thakur, Nathan McPherson and Ashok Lal. But what a result it is for Dark Dawn Racing. A 1-2. The team boss, of course, a very happy man, as he should be. And also very, very happy for this man, Bala Prasad. Great drive, timed it to perfection, stayed in contention all the way, and at the end of it all, finds himself on the top spot of the podium with his teammate and championship contender Tijul Rao in 2nd, racking up more points. And that is what's absolutely critical, as his dad comes in, gives him a hug. He knows how important these points are, because as we said earlier, championship contenders falling by the wayside, and that definitely helps Dark Dawn and Tijul Rao. Great drive for this man as well, Chetan Surineni. What a move. Just when he needed it, got the move done for 3rd, And after that, we saw the safety car come out, and he could not have timed it any better. He is the lone man inside the top 5, outside of the Dark Dawn Racing boys. That tells you that he is deserving of a massive smile on that face. He's done a tremendous job to put himself on that podium. And it's going to be interesting to hear from these 3 boys as well, because they've been around Indian motorsport for a long time. And it's nice to see a familiar podium coming to fruition too. But all accolades must go to Bala Prasad for the way he handled all the pressure in that race. Staying true to the end, ahead of Tijal Rao. A silver 1 and 2 for Dark Dawn Racing. And let's go and catch up with our winners. Shruti, it is heading across to you.
And here we have Bala Prasad, the winner of race 1, who started on the 3rd position. Bala, what are your emotions around this race?
Yeah, I just drove the race, started 3rd and finished 1st. Firstly, I want to thank my teammates, and yeah, so they played very well. I lost the start and a couple of cars overtook, but yeah, made it.
Congratulations on your 2nd win this season.
That, of course, was our race winner, Bala Prasad. We'll catch up with Tijal in just a few moments as well. Let's take you down to Shruti for our chat with Tijal Rao.
Race leaders here with us, winning the 2nd position. Congratulations, firstly, Tijal, on your win. You started 2nd, you've maintained the same position. Obviously you were gunning for the 1st position, but what happened on the race?
I think it was a very interesting race. We had a good start, but I mean, after a lot of battling and a few issues with the car, I mean, we had to settle for 2nd, but that's great. I mean, it's still a good result, helps us in the championship, and I think that's what we should be looking forward to.
Congratulations for 2 consecutive wins for Dark Dawn. Congratulations. And now we talk to Chetan Surineni from Ahura, the lone man who's made it, starting on the 4th position. Great overtake. You also overtook the pole sitter Vishwas. What are your emotions right now? What did you strategize onto this?
Nothing much, just to save up whatever I could and make the most of whatever the race could offer me. I had fun throughout the entire race, battling Tijal, Bala and Vishwas throughout the race. But yeah, overall it was a pretty fun race, and really grateful for the team that I am racing with. And props to them, because they worked on this car tirelessly day and night.
Happy to see you on the podium this season. Congratulations once again, and thank you.
Nice to hear from our 3 podium finishers. A 1-2 for Dark Dawn Racing, Bala Prasad and Tijal Rao. Chetan Surineni in 3rd spot. But let's take a look at some of the highlights. The race start was a good one for Vishwas Vijayaraj, who looked head and shoulders above the rest. A brilliant move down the inside from Bala Prasad to steal 2nd as well, put himself into contention, and then we saw the lead change hands. Not for the first time, not for the last time. That was Tijal Rao taking the lead from Vishwas Vijayaraj. Then we saw a really scrappy battle between the top 3, and it was outstanding to watch. 2 wheels on the grass from Tijal allowed for the inside line and space for Chetan Surineni, and that was the move that really stuck. In the end, however, across the finish line, it was Bala Prasad under the safety car getting the job done, with Tijal Rao, his teammate, in 2nd spot, followed by Chetan Surineni. That dive down the inside, getting the move done when it mattered for Ahura, followed therefore by Vishwas Vijayaraj and Mehul Agarwal for Dark Dawn Racing. So a 1, 2, 4 and 5 for the silver Dark Dawn Racing boys, split by Chetan Surineni in 3rd place. And that is a great start to the weekend in terms of our racing here in the Indian Racing Festival with the Formula LGBs. Race 1 had a lot on offer, as we expected, on what's been a scorching hot day as well. We'll have our podium celebration soon enough, as our 3 race contenders really will come into the mix. And you've got to feel for a couple of men as well. Vishwas Vijayaraj still searching for that win. He'll feel a bit hard done by. He was in control of that race, allowed it to slip away from his grasp, and he finds himself outside of our podium finishers. and he finished in 4th spot overall. So the spoils going to Dark Dawn Racing. It was nice to hear from the boys who said they really strategized nicely within each other and between each other. Akhilesh Reddy from RPPL on the podium, one of the men instrumental in putting the street race together as well. And it's nice to see him up on that podium to give away awards. And there he is, Chetan Surineni. He will thank himself and none other for that really gutsy move down the inside, getting the job done, diving in when he needed to. A brilliant second, and consistency continues for Tijul Rao, our championship leader. And the top step off the podium, none other than Balaprasad, and a Dark Dawn 1 and 2 for this squad. Excellent racing all through, really cagey stuff at times. And a wonderful effort, therefore, for Chetan Surineni and Ahura Racing to come away with 3rd, and a nice glittery trophy to go with it as well. 2nd spot to Tijul Rao, the trophy being given to him yet again by Akhilesh Reddy. And our winner in race 1 here on this weekend, it is Balaprasad of Dark Dawn Racing. In a brilliant fight for the lead, a scrappy affair all through with the lead changing hands. It is a Dark Dawn 1 and 2, Ahura in 3rd. And there you go. Those are your podium finishers in race 1. The team award as well going to Dark Dawn Racing. Another nice moment for them. And there you have it. That is your podium for race 1 of the Formula LGB. We've got a whole lot more coming your way over this weekend of racing in the Indian Racing Festival. We'll take a short breather, and there's plenty more on the other side.
Well, the action at the Madras International Circuit just does not stop now, does it? We are back, ladies and gentlemen, for race number 2 of the JK Tyre FLGB4 Championship. We've already had a big race earlier this morning that was won by Dark Dawn's Balaprasad. It's now time to go and do the magic once again as we see these FLGB cars race around the Madras International Circuit. We've got Shruti Goraria downstairs on the grid. Who's she caught up with? Let's find out.
And I am with Bala Prashant right here, who is starting number 1 position this race. Also won the race 1 that we had today as well. So Bala, please tell me, is there a change in the weather condition? Are your tires already feeling better?
Yeah, the tires are perfect. The weather is also so good to get the race on. Yeah, hope I'll just go for the win. That's it.
Thank you very much. Have a great one and all the very best for that fabulous race that we're going to witness right here.
Great to hear from Balaprasad, who's on pole position after getting that big win for Dark Dawn Racing earlier today. And victory gives you confidence. Victory makes you feel prouder. Victory gives you a lot more belief in your abilities, and that'll certainly be something that's running through Balaprasad's broad body and mind so much, because he now has 2 race wins in this FLGB4 season already, and he should be a proud man for that. Behind him, of course, is going to be Tijul Rao, a familiar foe who's been testing Balaprasad consistently through every single lap. Chetan Surineni got an incredible podium earlier today as well for Ahura Racing. He's leading the lineup there, and he will be starting 3rd today. And Abhay M, who was in that Formula 4 Indian Championship car a few minutes ago, has now jumped into the FLGB4 car and will be taking part in this race for the M Sport team. What a day it's going to be for him. 2 races in a row and then 2 qualifying as well. Yeah, it's a big day for Abhay Mohan as he will start this race from P6. Lots of other interesting competitors as well. Vishwas Vijayaraj felt that he should have and could have won that first race as well earlier this morning. He has a shot at redemption as he will start in P4. And following him will be a slightly injured Mehul Agarwal, who unfortunately injured his hand in a crash at the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit. Racing is dangerous, guys. And he's got a very speedy recovery coming back in. and has made sure that he's in peak physical condition for this one. And it's amazing to see the determination that he has to go racing, that he's done everything possible to make sure that he can go car racing this time. And he's had one of his best qualifyings of the entire season. Mehul Agarwal starting this race in P5. Dhruv Goswami will be in P7 for the M Sport team behind his teammate Abhay M, and he has a point to prove as well. It's been a rocky season for Dhruv, as he's been constantly trying to fight things around, trying to make sure that all the demons that have been hindering his season here and there just fall by the wayside, and there's finally something sweet for him to salvage after what's been a very tough season. And then in P8, it's Mr. Entertainment, Saran Vikram, the home hero from Chennai, racing for Momentum Motorsport, who finds himself in 8th place behind, in fact ahead of Diljit TS in car number 44. The affable Diljit TS, the now married Diljit TS, the now sharper, the more precise Diljit TS, who, by the way, around the Chennai Formula Racing Circuit, became the man to take the first ever win at a night street race in India. That record will never fall off, and that belongs to Diljit. 30 seconds to go before we start the formation lap for the final FLGB4 race of the weekend. Race number 1 was won by Bala Prasad for Dark Dawn Racing, and it's a Dark Dawn Racing 1-2. But while there are 4 Dark Dawn Racing cars in the top 5, one man could really upset the apple cart in that mix. It's the driver in car number 42, the driver in that third car in the middle. It's Chetan Surineni in that red Ahura racing car, who has the potential to cause a massive upset. So how do these things work out? How does the FLGB4 work as a championship? We've got 25 minutes plus 1 lap in this race coming up for you. And if you're new to the FLGB4, well, it's the most chaotic racing championship you can find anywhere, isn't it? There's just so much pandemonium happening all the time. You will struggle to keep up with everything that happens in this championship, because there's a battle happening left, right and center, everywhere. Be it at the start, be it at the finish, be it in the middle. The drivers will not give you even a single moment to breathe. And that is precisely what we love about the FLGB4, a championship that prides itself as being the most affordable racing series all over the world, the most easy to approach run in the world of motorsport as well, a good place for you to start your racing journey and progress higher in the world of motorsport. This is where you learn your basics. This is where you learn how to go racing. This is where you learn the mechanics of a race car. This is where you learn racing respect. And the one thing that's really impressive about these drivers is that they really know how to race against each other. There's no terrible racing. The drivers are always respectful to each other. They give each other enough racing room. They always ensure that each of the drivers are well communicated with. So if there's an incident, they'll all raise their hands up. They will always give each other lots of space. But when they go side by side, when they go wheel to wheel, there is no love lost. That is precisely what we love about this championship. And we're going to get one more exciting race for today. Man, that really gets me pumped up for today.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Madras International Circuit. This is the Indian Racing Festival. At the Indian Racing Festival, the LGB Formula 4 has been in progress for over national championship for 27 years. All three races, the IRL, the Formula 4 and the LGB4 on JK Tyre. Powered by JK Tyre all the way through, and we are talking about total race control. This particular track, you're going to see quite a bit of action, as we're going to see 12 turns over 3.74 kilometers. In the next 8 laps, you're going to see, as Somil simply told you, it's going to be mayhem right from the start. Watch out for turn number 1, 2 and 3. That will possibly decide who's going to call the gunshot towards the start of every race. So then 8 laps are about to commence, and this is only going to be a matter of time when one of them is going to put it through. Remember the last time Chetan Surineni almost made sure that he was to make sure that Dark Dawn was not able to 1, 2 and 3. Can he repeat his feat this time around?
And that is going to be his whole mission for today. He wants the Dark Dons to be together, just at the back. The 5 red lights eliminate. Off we go for the FLGB4 race in the Madras International Circuit. And it is a brilliant start from Chetan Surineni, who finds himself on the outside of Tijal Rao, fighting for second place, a position that Tijal has got back again.
Tijal Rao is somehow able to bring his class aim. He's able to dive in on the inside, and this time he should be able to take the lead unless Bala Prasad is able to cut him off. He decides that this was a much wider line. There's a little bit of contact. I think Priyanka Vijay was slightly goes off the track. Combat number 42, Chetan Surineni, now slots himself back at number 4. Little bit of jostling of position. There's absolutely no place between them. All the way to turn number 5 and 6. It's still a long line. We thought the top 3 will run away into the distance. That has happened. But what has not happened is there is mayhem right at the back. Red flag as we start lap number 1.
The race has been suspended. The drivers will now have to control themselves as a couple of them struggle to keep it on the track. And the race will have to be suspended. So the drivers ideally will come to a halt and we will get the race restarted as soon as all the debris is cleared off. But a red flag, yeah. This can be a common occurrence, right? The races just get so chaotic, Solomon, that sometimes the race control has to just slow it down, calm these drivers down and get them to hold their breaths and just relax for a second.
I was actually thinking that when we were looking at how things have just started out, there was a lot of nervousness, kind of anxious moments when they start. There was a little bit of contact that was happening between turn 2 and turn 3. In fact, Sparsh was involved, so was Neil, so was Nathan, so was Ashok Lal. I hope Aditya Topo is okay. I'm a little concerned for one of the Ahura racing cars. We will try and get you the name of the driver in just a bit. But Priyanka Vijay seems to be okay. We will confirm. Monit Kumaran also was able to come unscathed, is what I see from here. But what a start it had been for Bala Prasad and Tijal Rao. Not to be contended at the moment. They possibly will have to do a complete restart.
And that would mean that ideally they take off a couple of laps, or maybe I think 1 lap off the race distance. We will get word from race control about what exactly the procedure for the same is going to be. But this is expected. This sort of madness is normal in the FLGB4 championship. This always tends to happen. The drivers will now get themselves aligned on their respective starting grid positions, and we will get back racing once again. But what have we learned so far in this first lap, Solomon? What did we see?
Patience, one word, stick your patience on. If you do not have your patience around, you will not be able to let the race come to you. You make your moves much before that. More of it, you will always take down. Let's just quickly, we possibly hope to get a replay of what exactly happened. Here we go, folks. Oh my God. There were not 1, there were not 2, but multiple contacts. And there is that red car and come collide it all the way with the yellow. There is a flip, but just would like to tell you, the driver is absolutely okay. And he comes out of the car absolutely unscathed. Just to quickly talk to you about the safety standard, we have a multiple speed belt harness, 1, and 2nd, we also make sure there is enough roll cage. And in fact, these cars have been crash tested multiple number of times, and you would also see that these cars will be able to take any amount of impact. Safety is paramount. As you saw, the drivers are able to crawl out into safety.
And the head and neck safety device, the Hans device, also coming into their aid as well for so many of these drivers. But great visuals those were. Incredible to see the driver, and that was Pranch Italian in the car number 11, if I'm not mistaken, in that M Sport car, who flipped over. But incredible to see that he's okay, out on his own feet, able to get himself out of that car unscathed. This is what we want to see, right? Accidents happen in racing, but the fact that they're okay and able to get out on their own, that is what it's all about.
Let's have a look at the start replay whenever that happens. In the meantime, we were able to see how Bala Prasad was able to mate to defend. But look at the way Bala is able to get by, but it was Tijal who was able to bring it all the way through now. Onto the corner as they are coming around. Chetan Surineni, what a machine that man has. He's able to get so much of slipstream. He was able to get to gear number 3 in quick time. He didn't waste a little bit at all. Car number 27, Dhruv Goswami, also had a good start, but ran into traffic. As they they follow each other. Look at the way Chetan Surane is trying to somehow attack the Dark Dawn. He goes on the inside, loses at least one position again. That's how close it is. Tijal Rao at the moment will stay at number 2. Bala Prasad should start at number 1, the way it is. Would we have a full restart, or would we have a restart at the end of lap 1? We will confirm that in just a bit. Indian Racing Festival 2024 is back with the 27th JK Tyre National Racing Championship. For 27 years, we have been racing championships and we're racing champions all across the stable. We have seen international stars from the Formula One to the saloon cars and to ones who've gone to test for multiple racing teams abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the laboratory where champions are made. As we say, JK Tyre, total control. In moments from now, Bala Prasad, Tijal Rao, Chetan Surane and Vishwas Vijayaraj Mehul will look to make their restart one more time. This is just to confirm. Folks involved with a little bit of mayhem in the previous start are all okay, because these cars, the Formula LGB, Formula 4, are kept in the most stringent of safety matters. As we look to really take it on, the race is about to start. It's going to be Bala Prasad versus Tijal Rao right at the start. We got yet another retirement now. It was Diljit car number 44. His car was dragged out into the pit lane. We got yet another Ahura car going to be taking the pit lane route now. Quite a few of retirements already. Will that mean will we have a pit lane start for a few? Tijal Rao, remember when under the street lights, under the Chennai street circuit, he took in the race win, and it was one of the special moments for Diljit to take the first race win at the Chennai street circuit. So that will be in the history books. They're off at the moment for the formation. As the formation lap kicks in, it's only a moment. We're going to see how things are going to come out. Car number 77 has just come into that Sparsh, has just come into the pit lane now. They're trying to see if they can sort this out in quick time. This stays at the formation lap. This is turn number 2. Now, from turn number 2 to turn number 3, that's where we are about to see where mayhem can really come through. Turn number 3 to turn number 4 and 5, we call it the Senna S's. And this is like a small short straight, and then you have a left-hander, a quick right-hander, and the series of turn between 5 to turn number 8. As Somal put it out, this is mayhem, and mayhem it has been. Hello, my name is Solomon Porras. Joining me in the commentary box is Somil, and we have had a blast so far, and we are looking down from where it is. This is one of the beautiful races that we're going to see. The most cliffhanger, and you talk about edge of the seat action. It's always got to go there. Vishwas Vijayaraj versus Gokul Krishnan versus how is it going to come through now? This is where we're going to play.
It's a restart. It's a restart, actually. It's start number 2 for all these drivers, and maintaining their concentration is going to be vital. Some of them have made mistakes in the first start that they would want to avoid in this one, and that's going to be a key factor. You get a chance to do things again. Life rarely ever gives you second chances. These drivers have been blessed with one in this particular race. There were drivers who lost positions in that first race start. Chetan Surane, one name that comes to mind. I saw him start up in P3. He dropped down a couple of positions at the end of that first lap. He gets another opportunity to redo what he couldn't do in the first one, which is attack the Dark Dawn drivers at the top. How beautiful is that, Solomon? A chance to redo things again and maybe attack his best friends, Tijal and Bala, who he spent a lot of time with.
You can never get so lucky, and they really got lucky with them. Like the gentleman who's sitting behind us, Mr. Sohail Chandok, got lucky to carrying away Karun Chandok's helmet, not once but multiple number of times, and he still got away. Sorry, Sohail, you're caught on live audio, video or broadcast. But this is how it is, where opportunity comes in, you really got to take it again. But what a special moment. Let me quickly announce this. Come September 19, the Madras International Circuit is going to open a brand new circuit called Mika. And we're expecting Mika Hacken to come down, Karun will be down, and we're also going to be getting one of the national championship out here. So this has been a complete festival of sort. You would have seen a couple of flags coming in, which says Mika, which is a brand new circuit on the track again. Madras International Circuit has truly become international. Right, without further ado, we're going to get it down to the start again. Who's going to come down? Dark Dawns versus the yellow are the red cars. Well, the last car comes into the slot again. So the FIV vehicle stays at the back now. It's moments away from the start when the 5-second boards is about to go. Remember, it's going to be in the turn number 1 as we see them coming through now. As we come along where it is. This is the second restart as we look around it. Here we go, folks. This is the time that we were. Who is it going to come around? Tijal versus Bala Prashad, or will Chetan Surni come around? Red lights go again. We are ready to go. Race number 2 for the Formula LGB go again. Chetan Surni has a slow start, but look at one of the Dark Dawns has come down again. Bala Prashad and Chetan Surni now goes outside and tries and take a move. He's got to dive in now if he's going to take it on. And what a start it has been for car number 42 again. When we say 42, we always remember Saroj Ataria, but it is Chetan Surni in that car again. But one of the yellow cars comes and dives in on the inside. Should be able to take the position away from Dark Dawn. Car number 9, Mehul Agarwal is going to lose a position, maybe 2. This is a little bit of a... 2 cars almost go wide, but only join back in quick time. As we see Chetan Surani, what a start he has had, and he hopes to maintain it.
Bala Prasad was swallowed up before the first corner. He hoped that he had a good start, but those hopes and dreams vanished within a second as Chetan Surineni swarmed around the outside and got that position. But there's Saran Vikram under pressure at the moment. He is being surrounded and hounded over by a couple of Ahura racing cars. He maintains his position, but what a getaway for Tijal Rao. He was able to get the better jump, got on the inside line, got passed by Chetan Surineni for a second, but then stole it back again a couple of corners later. That is confidence.
Bala Prashad now under making a profuse attack on Chetan Surineni as Tijal Rao is now got back into the race lead again. They're going to try and take advantage of each other's toes again. Vishwas Vijay also gets into the mix again. There's a yellow car that's coming in. How many yellow cars are going? Dhruv Goswami is doing well at the moment, trying to give again.
Here comes Chetan.
Cars side by side again. This is going to be very interesting. Chetan Surineni back in the lead, so they're going to take advantage of the toe again.
And he got it around the outside. That is a brave, bold move from Chetan Surineni. And he is not afraid of anything. Today he's come out in flying colours and is passing people left, right and centre. This is the Chetan Surineni we've missed for such a long time.
Tijal Rao, when it comes to turns, especially the right turns, you'll see him really come on top of the game because he'll be able to attack. Now look how close he's able to get to Chetan Surineni. He's a master of right turns on this track again. He can really brake so ever late that he can add the pressure and quickly take advantage of the toe again. Chetan Surineni takes a defensive line, tries to defend. Remember, from one racing ladder, you can only go once. You're allowed to go only once, and he's done that. Car number 12 still has to follow through. Dhruv Goswami, in the meantime, has the fastest lap time. Now, will that stay?
Whoa.
Well, it's still a little bit of a touch again. Dhruv Goswami now gets into the number 4. Where did he start? Outside the number 6. So this is where you really make the battles. Mehul Agarwal not having answers at the moment because he's really getting pushed over by Abe, because Abe is trying to be a wingman to Mehul Agarwal and may not be to Dhruv Goswami at the moment because he's at a distant number 8 odd.
But here comes Dhruv Goswami. To the outside he goes at turn number 4. This is a chance. There's a slide. Tijal Rao has gone wide. Bala Prasad is up in his second place as well. I don't know what's going on there. There's cars flying around left, right and centre. But all I know is that Chetan Surineni is still in the lead for Howrah.
Tijal Rao, the championship leader, has now gone wide. As we say, it is not over till it's over. But this is where things get a little interesting. Tijal Rao will mount a massive fight back from where he is, and you will definitely expect him to do so. It's Chetan Surineni from Ahura Racing number 1. It's car number 42. It was a lucky number for Saroj Ataria, the team principal. Car number 10, Bala Prashad, putting in all the stops again. He's really not letting him relent a little bit again. Dhruv Goswami is close, but not close enough to attack. All the cars almost testing the edges of the track. They are living by sword over here. It's mayhem, as we call it, as Saran Vikram Tamas consolidated number 7. Amit Kuthi goes up to position number 8. Where is Tijal Rao at the moment? We'll confirm that in just a bit. So here is your top 5. Chetan, Bala, Vishwa Vijay Raj, Dhruv Goswami, Mehul Agarwal, Abe M. This is your top 6. Now, let's see them go and try and take advantage of the toe. Bala Prashad will surely dive on the inside this time around. This is the moment. No, it is Vishwas Vijay says, I will have a go this time. Bala Prashad has a look but decides to stay away. Dhruv Goswami says, okay, I may try and follow you. 2 cars side by side. Somehow Chetan Surni is able to get past them. It's such amazing speed there. Little bit of drift into the corner. This is all sliding and braking and accelerating at the same time. How are they able to do it with such amazing skill? That is why these guys are, to me, the best in the country as far as the LGB Formula 4 is concerned.
And what they're doing right now is just keep up the pace. I see the nose being chipped off Saran Vikram's car. That is the usual sight. Saran can tend to be involved in contact here and there, but that doesn't dampen his spirit. He goes to the inside and Abhay Mohan firmly blocks off the inside line and declines any opportunity of the move being made for P6. That is some hardcore racing. With that, he's kept Saran and Amit Kutti behind. But what that is doing is opening up an opportunity for Dhruv Goswami to attack all the drivers ahead of him. Dhruv versus Mehul versus Vishwas versus Bala versus Chetan. Oh, bring it on.
This is where Tijal actually went off. So what really happened? Oh, he hit the curb there. He hit the curb there. I would say the meaty part of the curve again, the incline there, and then it was all about just trying to run the tractor through the grass, as they would put it in plain language. But Tijal will definitely rise up through that one. Bala Prashad back into the lead after a while. Vishwas Vijayaraj in the meantime sets the fastest lap time. Chetan Surni at number 2. You cannot keep him back at number 2 for a while because we still got 5 laps to go and we still don't know who's going to be a top 3 or top 4. This is good. It's 1 Dognon, 2 Ahura, 3rd Dognon and Ahura, and it's M Sport at number 4. So then it's good to see every car fighting. And Tijal Rao up to number 6. That's what the timesheet says at the moment. This guy is a fighter and he'll fight it through.
But there's no Momentum Motorsport. That lead Momentum Motorsport car is the car in P9. That's Saran Vikram, who's yet to get that position back in. But here comes the fighting. Vishwas Vijayaraj sends it down the inside line of Dhruv Goswami, and he's maintained his 3rd position. That, I was mistaken. I thought that was Vishwas trying to attack Dhruv. That was Vishwas defending his position from Dhruv Goswami. But what firm defending. But safety car's been called out. Something's gone on here.
Not sure where a car has possibly gone off, but now let's just take a little breather. Maybe the safety car is coming onto the track saying, okay guys, it's time to get you some discipline. It's like your old school master just trying to slow things down a little bit. This is not the way it's supposed to go. It's a red flag again. Now comes a very interesting question. We possibly have finished about 60% of the race because we were in lap number 5. So we've got to wait it out. In the meantime, DTS, car number 44, Diljit has sets the fastest lap time, and that will definitely be counted in. We got to check on where the incident happened, but here are the positions at the moment. Bala Prashad, Chetan Surni and Vishwas Vijayaraj and Dhruv Goswami, Mehul Agarwal, Tijal Rao, the top 6. Amit Kutti is now down to number 8 now. It's Abhay Mohan up to position number 7. Just to go back on Tijal's moving off the track a little bit, he literally hit the curb there.
Yeah, it's such a shame. A couple of drivers out on the outside line of the circuit as well. Hey, that's another accident around turn number 2. That's Abhay Mohan? That is Abhay Mohan. Car number 45 is Abhay. That's Saran Vikram, whose rear suspension is disintegrated. That is a weird one. I know they were fighting for positions, but that is an absurd one. So clearly the front left of Abhay's car the front right of Abhay's car has collided with the rear left of Saran's car, and both those suspension pieces have been wrecked completely. The timing screen will show them as P7 and P9, but that's because the timing screen is living in the past. Once they cross that finish line, that's when it'll change up, and that is when we'll realize that they are not where they are. They're in fact parked up, and they are sad because they've lost the chance of getting a podium, both of them. They could have, realistically.
So the timing stopped. The timing stopped when the red flag came in, and at that position they were continuing in the current position. Hence, possibly the timing sheet still shows Abhay at number 7 and Saran Vikram at number 9. Well, they are into the retirement right now. Saran Vikram is going to have a very, very long night. They really will have to work hard on that axle. It's a broken axle. It's a broken front wing. I hope the brakes should be fine. I did see there could be a possible exhaust issue because the way I saw it on the footage, it looks like the axle is almost touching the ground. I just hope Saran Vikram is able to come out of this and get that car ready, and so they're ready to race. In the meantime, Bala Prashad continues to be on number 1 and 2 with Chetan Suraneni and Vishwas Vijayaraj. Dhruv Goswami, what a fighter this boy has been at number 4. Diljit, well, he is the fastest man on the track. With all the drama that has happened so far in the Indian Racing Festival 2024, welcome back to more drama. We have had 2 red flags. We've had a safety car. We had cars going off the track. We had cars trying to undo each other. Now we've come to a decision with 1 minute to go. We will have a 2-lap showdown, or should I say 2-lap drag race with a formation lap. Now this is how it's going to stay. Chetan Surne, comp number 42, will start in P1. Bala Prasad, the comp number 10, will start in P2. Vishwas Vijayaraj from Dark Dawn will start at P3. The one man from M Sport, car number 27, there on your screen, will start on P4. I got to see where Tijal is at the moment, but one man we need to watch out for is Diljit, because towards the end of the last lap, he set up the blistering pace with the fastest lap time of 1 minute, 57.510. And that was one of the best lap times I've ever seen in a long time now. Then further down the order, we could also look at Ashok Lal versus Aditya Topo for a stringent fight towards the finish line. 1 minute is about to commence and we shall be off to a formation lap. So then we've seen the safety car, we've seen the red flag not once but twice. We've also seen a couple of cars moving off the track, a little bit of crashes here and there, cars flipping, but as we know, the LGB Formula 4 is one of the most safest form of Formula racing. In the LGB 4 category, multiple harness, we got speed gauge and the roll cage, and this is where it comes. Welcome to the Indian Racing Festival 2024. 27 years of national championship with JK Tyre. This is the 27 years as we try to search for a next champion. The earlier champion in the LGB Formula 4, Ruhan Alva, is driving the IRL and the LGB, and of course the Formula 4 Indian. We're going to be waiting for the next superstar, as a couple of cars have already finished into retirement. This has got a lot of drama. 2 red flag incidents. One time the safety car came in, multiple retirements from 24 cars on the grid. We possibly left with about less than 14 or 15. That's the number of retirement that we come in. Well, if you want to roll the dice, if you want to play prediction, I bet your predictions as far as the LGB Formula 4 will hardly come true. But what will come true is cliffhanger, over the top, really proliferating action, which will give you high BP. You really need to bite your nails out of your bones, and that's how it is. This is the Indian Racing Festival. The LGB Formula 4 on JK Tyre tires are about to commence. We will be off for a 2-lap shoot down. This is a 2-lap drag race to the finish line. As we get it on, the formation lap is about to commence before we get again one more time.
The drivers have already had so much madness in this race. It's a race that's been split into 3 different parts. We've already had 2 restarts earlier, and there's been pandemonium in every single one of them. Will their focus be back in? Are they mentally there? Because normally a racing driver would like to finish a race all in one go, but having it split up means that only the toughest, only the most resilient drivers will be able to get the best of themselves when we go back racing for a 2-lap showdown. It's easy to lose your concentration, it's easy to lose attention. The harder part is getting it back into focus with the same intensity. That is going to be tested out for all these drivers. None so more for Chetan Surineni, who finds himself at the top of this field. He started 3rd in this race. In the first restart, he struggled. In the second one, he gained positions. Now he has a golden opportunity to hold on, but this will not be easy.
The Indian Racing Festival presented by Kingfisher, Strong Power Soda, powered by JK Tyre, performance by Mobile One, broadcast partner Star Sports Select 2, official streaming partner FanCode, and we are live from the Madras International Circuit. The Formula 4, the Indian Racing League, the Formula LGB4, all been completely driven on JK Tyre. As we talk about total control, there was a little bit of mayhem and a lot of control on the tyres as well. We were talking about how these tyres have really tested the times. As they talk about driven by champions, tested for you, We are looking at the next rising of champion. Let's talk about Chetan Suruneni, the man who was an F1600 champion just a couple of months back. He also became the vice champion. And let's also not forget the kind of experience that he's had racing in Monza in a Formula car and testing that circuit. This is a dream come true. Well, I've heard of Monza, but would love to try and get to the track one of these days. But this is where we talk about it. It's going to be a fight between the Dark Dawn versus Ahura, and you will never rule out Dhruv Goswami.
Well, we're going to get action that you just can't sleep on. Because in the LGB Formula 4 Championship, these drivers will give you a reason to be alert, because they'll be doing something or the other every single corner. Someone going around the outside, someone sending a move on the inside, someone flipping over and flying over a car. Hey, that has also happened. I'm not even kidding you. There have been drivers who've passed other ones by flying over them. That's the kind of action you can get here. Anything can happen, really, and anyone can win. So, Solomon, I'm going to put you on the spot. Predictions? I know predictions don't come true here, but are you backing Chetan for the win?
This time I'm going to stick my neck out and said if he's got a good start, Chetan Suruneni can win this, unless and until car number 10, who's going to come on your screen any moment. If he's able to get a little bit of slipstream, I do expect him to pull this through. Bala Prasad has a performance on good start, but Chetan Suruneni has a flying of a start again. There is at least 1.5 car length again. I would expect him to really take it to the start line. Here we go, folks. So then the 2 laps showdown is about to begin. Now stop whatever you're doing. Do not blink. Get yourself into a vantage position, as you're going to see this multiple colored cars, the Formula LGB cars, going to find it out one more time again. The start is going to be very, very critical, as the red lights will go off any moment. You will not have to blink. And if you blink, you'll miss the action. Chetan Suruneni is off to a blister there. Bala Prasad is have to make a catch up again. This could be it. Dhruv Goswami is already entangled into a battle between the Dark Dawns again. So Chetan Suruneni is going to run away into the distance at this point of time. Dhruv Goswami, can he take the third? He's got to be a little careful. There's a little bit of wobble in his car again. He tries to drive on the inside. There's a little bit of less traction for him to come again. But Chetan Suruneni now slowly is able to pull it up again. Bala Prasad not trying to make sure that it doesn't break away. There are 2 cars that are going to retire. Make that 3 again. But you know what? Let the race continue, please. Chetan Suruneni, please do not bring the safety car. As the commentary continues, so does the race comes again. So it was yellows again. Not shown on a yellow car.
And it's amazing that Chetan Suruneni has held on with such composure. But now there is an attack. Mehul Agarwal has to defend, and how?
Amit Koti, another one of the Ahura Racing getting our drivers again. He's really going through the pedestal again. This man is now into the top 6 again. Can he bring it home for Ahura Racing again? It's a red car in the front, and this is Ahura Racing. It's not Dark Dawn. So we needed contest, we needed competition, we needed keenness, and Ahura Racing is going to take this one again. Bala Prasad is going to get a help from Vishwas Vijayaraj possibly, but Dhruv Goswami is going to put that spanner into their plans, because in comes Amit Koti to fight into the top 5, and this is going to be closer than ever. Look at the way Chetan Suruneni is defending. He's parking the car in the middle of the track when none of them can find a little space. This is solid driving. And all of a sudden, he's going to lose a little bit of traction. Bala Prasad went wide a little bit again. He's already spread that out into 1.5 meters there.
He's a wise lad, Chetan Suruneni. All the way down the straight, he was doing one thing and one thing only. Looking at his mirrors, keeping an eye there. Where is Bala? Where is he going to put the car? And Chetan proactively blocked off that move. That's what you need to do to win a race as we come to the final lap.
Hammer time! Keep the car to the center, because if you don't, you will be passed. That's exactly what he does, Chetan Suruneni. Bala Prasad will have to find a way outside. He will run out of space, and he'll have to somehow follow him again. He will get through the turn number 2 and turn number 3 any moment now. Bala Prasad now tries to take the inside line. Chetan has to react. Look at the way Dhruv Goswami, he's not letting them breathe easy. Amit Koti gets into the party with Dhruv Goswami, but the man who's still untouched at the moment is Vishwas Vijayaraj for the moment. It's still going to come around. Look at the way Amit Koti is trying to come in, but very well defended so far by Chetan Suruneni. He's done it for about 4 turns. He's got to do it for 8 more to take the checkered flag.
And then it's a matter of holding on. Dhruv Goswami is struggling to hold on. Here comes Amit Koti. He goes around the outside. He has to complete the move, but Dhruv says no. There's contact though. Amit Kutti, Dhruv Goswami and a couple of other cars tangled up at turn 4.
And Diljit is going to move into the top 5. The man who's got the fastest man of the car number 6 comes into the pit lane as we are talking. But Chetan Surineni is now going to come in on the final lap. This is going to go all the way through it. Can car number 10, Bala Prasad, has to brake late as possible. He's got to come and attack. This is the moment. If he's not able to get the overtaking done, he's not going to be able to get through. It's all about reaching the bridge complex first. No, it is car number 10. Chetan's still holding on with his dear life as his life depends upon it. We got 3 turns to decide who's going to take it to the top again. Here comes Chetan at the point of time. Bala Prasad close. Not close enough, but look at the way Vishwas Vijayaraj is trying to come close in. There is absolutely no toe for him to really take advantage of.
And when we come to the slow left-hander, this is normally where the race gets sealed, but there are a couple of more opportunities. Is Bala desperate enough to send it down the inside? Not here, which means there's just one more corner left for Chetan to take a big win.
And it is Chetan Surineni who's going to take the checkered flag. Well, I hope the commentator curse doesn't come in. It will not come in. Chetan Surineni crosses the line and he pumps his fist up in the air. It is Ahura Racing. And guess what? He takes the race win and the fastest time. Fastest lap on the last lap. Ahura Racing have done it. They are related. That was Priyanka Vijay's father really pumping up fist in the air. Sarosh Ataria smiling, and so is the team from Ahura Racing. This means so much to them. Ahura Racing, if you're hearing this, soak this in. This is your moment. Your moment has arrived. Chetan Surineni has brought Ahura Racing right on top. There was a time when a man called Amir Saeed brought Ahura Racing right on top. It's time for Chetan Surineni to repeat that. What a race, what a contest, and what a driver. Here is Chetan Surineni, but I thought he had the fastest lap time. But Diljit says, no, that's mine to take. We possibly need to start giving points for fastest lap time too.
I agree, and what an impressive lap time it was. Diljit TS stealing it by literally 0.3 of a second on that final lap. Tijil Rao got a 1 minute 56.872. Diljit TS stole it at the end with a 1 minute 56.540 on the last lap. But look at the raw emotions. This is what it means to Chetan Surineni for winning this race. Finally, Ahura Racing have a win this season. Yeah, that's what it means to them. Finally having a new driver and a new team settling in and them getting it all together at last.
Chetan Surineni celebrating like this, there is no tomorrow. You can really feel for that young man. The raw emotion just coming out of his helmet. He was celebrating so much, then he decided, oh my word, there is a right turn coming next. Let me get onto the wheel again, let me continue to celebrate. This is a special moment. Chetan Surineni of the last race of the day has taken the checkered flag for Ahura Racing.
And this is a moment of celebration for the entire team. Last year went winless. This year, they finally have one in the bag. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, because Chetan Surineni is now a winner in the LGB Formula 4 Championship. And a win he got on merit. What a drive. Great to see Chetan celebrating it with his mechanics, and Bala Prasad finishing second for Dark Dawn Racing. He had a win earlier today, had another opportunity in this one, but sometimes it just slips away from your palms. And for Vishwas Vijayaraj, it is bitter disappointment. By his standards, P3 is not the best. He really is always aiming for P1. So it's good to see Vishwas on the podium, but a little sad for him that he can't get that top step. But victory belongs to Chetan Surineni. Look at the smile. You can see it peeking out from inside the balaclava as well. This is such a sweet moment for him. The Formula 1600 champion from a couple of years ago, the vice champion of the F2000s this year, and now a race winner in the FLGB4. And great to see camaraderie between himself and Vishwas. So here's the final results. Chetan Surineni taking that big win for Ahura Racing, winning by 0.4 of a second ahead of Bala Prasad, who won the race earlier today for Dark Dawn Racing. Vishwas Vijayaraj finishing in third, followed by Tijal Rao, Diljit TS, and then Morit Kumaran, the second Ahura racing car, finishing in 6th. A strong showing from Mehul Agarwal for Dark Dawn Racing in 7th. Nathan McPherson got a big comeback drive in 8th. Abhinav Reddy was 9th. Dhruv Goswami finishing 10th ultimately after a very chaotic race, followed by all the other drivers in the background. And now, let's catch up with the race winner, Chetan, who's downstairs with Shruti.
Chetan Surineni, ladies and gentlemen, the race winner. 2 podiums in one single day, and the second one being a fabulous win that we saw here. How happy are you breaking that Dark Dom dominance?
I'm absolutely ecstatic right now with the performance that the car is able to throw out. I'm really proud of what the entire team has done throughout the entire season since round 1, just building up pace slowly. And yeah, I'd say hard work is sort of paying off, but we'll see what we can do and salvage in the next race.
Whatever you're doing for Ahura Racing has been great so far, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
And on P2, right here we have Bala. Bala, fabulous finish, I must say, but also a very, very chaotic race. You started P1 and you finished P2. If you kept up that dominance, this would have been your second win this round, this season. But what exactly happened there?
So yeah, started first and like couple of moves in the first 3 to 4 laps, and I got this race was red flagged. The previous lap I was second, so I have to start second in the restart. So there was only 2 laps to go in the second restart. So, yeah, I tried my best. Tough luck.
But we're still happy to see you twice on the podium in one single day. A super Saturday for you as well. And on P3, right here is Vishwas Vijayaraj. Congratulations once again, Vishwas. 2 restarts. We also saw a red flag in this race. How frustrating was it to sit in that car? I'm sure it felt like a sauna inside. All of that said and done, you are still on the podium. So are you frustrated or are you happy? Is it luck or is it skill?
I mean, the red flags were very harsh on us because, we had to stay in the car for a longer period of time, and it was too hot, and we were draining like hell. But, at that point of time, when the pressure is going up, even we had to control our mind, and, that's the main thing. So I was just breathing, because I need to prepare for the next couple of laps, and the second restart was decent. I was able to catch up, and it's been a tough start to the season from the round 1 and round 2, where I haven't got any podium, and even the first race of this weekend was not that great. But finally being able to finish on the podium is like a great achievement for me in this season so far. And a huge thanks to my team Dark Dawn Racing, and my entire mechanics and everyone who did an amazing job, and in putting up the car, and looking forward for the next race, where I think it's a top 8 reverse grade, so we'll be coming from the back, but it's going to be fun for sure.
Thank you very much, Vishwas. Congratulations for giving us a very chaotic yet a very interesting race.
Vishwas Vijayaraj in 3rd place for Dark Dawn Racing, getting another podium, and it's great to see his efforts being rewarded at last. That's Arman Ibrahim from Team M Sport, here to award all the awards to everyone. He's also the man who set up the Indian Racing League as well. So great to see him awarding all the trophies. But the winner, Chetan Surineni of Ahura Racing. And that's Bala Prasad from Dark Dawn Racing winning the trophy for 2nd place. The winner's trophy, the biggest one, going to the man of the hour, Chetan Surineni for Ahura Racing. He has been the master of this restart-filled race, and his efforts are rewarded. And now the tuner being awarded his trophy as well. It's great to see us rewarding all the mechanics for their efforts and hard work in making the cars get on track. And Chetan Suruneni, Bala Prasad, Vishwas Vijayaraj on the podium. And what a race we had for the LGB Formula 4 Championship. A race full of restarts, a race full of madness. In the final restart, Chetan Suruneni had the upper hand over Bala Prasad and Tijal Rao, and he held on to it so well. There were cars flying out in the background. Amit Kutti made a few really good moves until it all unraveled, and we saw him and one more driver go out in the grass as well. But this was Amit back again as he went on the outside of Dhruv Goswami. It was beautiful until it wasn't, as they all went in the grass. On the final lap though, Chetan Suruneni held on to his nerves and was able to take a big win. The first for Hora Racing this season. And boy, must it have been a special moment for the team and for himself as well. The emotions running high. So the Formula 1600 champion now has a win in the LGB F4's championship as well. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. The action continues. We'll be back with race number 3 for LGB F4 tomorrow.
Today's accomplishment is a dream fulfilled despite its impossibility yesterday. That has been the story of JK Tyre in the history of Indian motorsport. For almost 4 decades, JK Tyre's contribution to Indian motorsport has been unflinching and unmatched, and has shaped a flourishing motorsports landscape in the country. JK Tyre is proud of its achievement that it has placed India in the global motorsport arena. And today, any Indian driver racing internationally has graduated from the karting and racing programs run by JK Tyre. Like most top motorsports drivers around the world, JK Tyre prodigies Naren Karthikeyan, Karun Chandok, Arman Ibrahim, Gaurav Gill, Yash Aradhya also started their racing careers with karting. Naren, who is also the brand ambassador of JK Tyre, went on to become the first Indian to race in F1. So the proud recipient of the Padma Shri Award, the 4th highest civilian award in India. Starting his motorsport career with JK Tyre, Gaurav Gill moved up the competitive ladder from karting to racing until he found his calling in rallying. And then came the moment of crowning glory for JK Tyre, as Gaurav Gill became the first motorsport athlete to be conferred with the Arjuna Award.
अर्जुन पुरस्कार से सम्मानित किया जाता है श्री गौरव सिंह गिल।
Another young motorsport achiever from India, Yash Aradhya, has been in the spotlight for all the right racing reasons over the last 9 years, winning over 13 championship titles. Yash was conferred with the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Shakti Puraskar 2020. Yash has progressed to F4 and F3. It all started with rallying in the 1980s. By the 1990s, JK Tyre were not just running their own team, but rewriting the history books and dominating the national and international rallying circuit. JK Tyre nurtured a new breed of champions that have now forayed into uncharted territory. From cementing its presence on the rallying circuit in the early 90s as a team, to running the most comprehensive motorsport development program in the country. The successful journey of JK Tyre is what dreams are made of. JK Tyre continues to promote the cause of motorsport by supporting rallying events that cut across gender and geographical boundaries. JK Tyre has supported motor rallying beyond Indian borders as well. JK Tyre has promoted a culture of motorsports in the Northeast through various events like the Hornbill Motor Rally and the Orange Festival of Speed. Known for curating experiences and special events, JK Tyre, in association with Arunachal Tourism, organized the Trans Arunachal Drive, a one-of-its-kind 15-day drive through Arunachal Pradesh. It traversed from east to west across 16 districts and was split into 3 zones: the Eastern, Central and Western Zone. JK Tyre brought in the culture of professional off-roading and has been supporting the biggest off-roading events across the country, like the Orange 4x4 Fury in Arunachal Pradesh and Extreme 4Play in Kikar Lodge, Punjab. Over the years, JK Tyre has also played a proactive role in encouraging women to take to the sport, and our efforts have yielded heartening results. Sneha Sharma and Meera Erda both emerged from our karting programs and are now competing in international formula racing. Under the aegis of FMSCI, JK Tyre adopted FIA's highly successful initiative, the Girls on Track GOT program, with an objective to spread awareness at the grassroots level and encourage girls to come to the racetrack and take to the sport. In fructification of these efforts, the JK Tyre National Racing Championship also features an all-women's motor racing team. The idea to involve women in various formats of the sport also saw JK Tyre successfully conduct women-centric TSD events with great success. Ever aware of social causes, JK Tyre organizes several events with public interest at heart to drive home the message of road safety. JK Tyre is proud to have supported Khel Ratna, Padma Shri and Arjuna awardee Deepa Malik, India's first woman Paralympic medalist. For a tyre that enables you to stay in total control of your vehicle, JK Tyre backs its words with action. Masters of endurance, JK Tyre has been associated with leaders in the automotive industry and has been part of various vehicle testing events and is a performance partner in multiple 24-hour endurance runs. JK Tyre created history with a 50,000-kilometer non-stop endurance run over 2 weeks by Tata vehicles, all running on JK radios. The JK Tyre-backed Racing Team India also became the first all-Indian team to compete internationally in endurance racing, as the trio of Narain Karthikeyan, Arjun Maini and Naveen Rao matched the pace with Asia's best at Abu Dhabi's Yas Marina circuit. The Big Bs, the Tata T1 Primer trucks, also swore allegiance to the JK truck radials. Once a believer, always a believer. Baha India of SAE, the Society of Automotive Engineers, and JK Tyre is an initiative that allows engineering students to get a hands-on experience of designing, building and racing off-road vehicles. To encourage engineering talent and promote advanced automotive research in the country, we also hosted the first JK Tyre Formula Design Challenge, which is an international race car designing competition. This event is a much-awaited event in the annual calendar for every engineering college. If speed is your mantra, then karting is your starting grid. JK Tyre introduced the concept of go-karting in India, and 3 years later, institutionalized our 4-stroke National Karting Championship. JK Tyre, together with Meko Motorsports, introduced the Rotax 2-stroke kart engines and institutionalized the JK Tyre FMSCI National Rotax Karting Championship in 2005. Launched in 1997, the JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship still remains the most cost-effective and sought-after racing program not only in India, but also in the world. Constant upgrades in the car technology and categories by JK Tyre in the JK NRC has ensured that Indian drivers can graduate to higher levels of competitive organized racing at a nominal cost. In 2010, JK Tyre became the first Indian corporate house to acquire an FIA-accredited racing series when they acquired the Formula BMW Asia Pacific Series and rechristened it as the JK Racing Asia Series. In 2013, JK Tyre, in a strategic decision to nurture talent at home, introduced the JK Racing India Series, called the Euro JK Series and run in collaboration with Euro International. The series features some of the most talented young race drivers in the country who get groomed for the bigger stage in international motorsport. The saloon car racing category, called the JK Touring Cars, has been a part of the JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. This gives a platform to race drivers across regions with diverse racing skill sets and age differences to come together and showcase their talent, while driving standard tin-top cars on a racetrack that people like you and I drive on the city roads. This championship also enabled the debut of the Volkswagen Polo Cup in India. The trendsetters in Indian motorsport, JK Tyre collaborated with the global leaders in two-wheeler manufacturing to successfully run the one-make two-wheeler racing championship over the years, with a mission to develop world-class bikers in the country. Not to leave the big boys behind, JK Tyre also runs the JK Tyre Super Bike Cup races for 600cc and 1000cc bikes at India's only F1 track, the ABP International Circuit. The underlying mantra of JK Tyre Motorsport has been to give talented drivers the opportunity to chisel their rookie skills into a global masterclass. The JK Tyre Racing Academy School, the only such racing academy school of its kind in India, is a case to point. The results are evident as the success story continues, with JK Tyre prodigies Aditya Patel, Kush Mani, Akhil Rabindra, Arjun Mani and more, who keep putting in sterling performances on the international circuit. JK are renowned entertainers in the world of motorsport, be it the glamour of cheerleaders, the unmatched hospitality at its paddock, to performances by renowned music performers. Spectators are treated to world-class stunt driving by seasoned Indian and global drivers, leaving them glued to their seats, making JK Tyre events the most sought after. These words of the chairman and managing director of JK Tyre, Dr. Raghupati Singhania, appropriately sum up what makes us the final word in Indian motorsport.
Our excellence comes not from mere words or processes. It comes from an urge to strive and deliver the best. It's our mindset that says, when it is good enough, improve it. It is a way of thinking that comes only from a belief within. That's the thought we make our tires with, as a support system for human endeavor to take total control of life itself. And that is what takes us beyond tires.
it pours. When windows open, they close doors. Shut me out, shut it down. Tell me what we living for. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours.
ये रास्ते ना खत्म हो, दिल में यही अरमान है, इंसान है हम इस बात की, ये रास्ते पहचान है। ये रास्ते ना खत्म हो, दिल में यही अरमान है, इंसान है हम इस बात की, ये रास्ते पहचान है। देखो हमें, हम चल पड़े किस जुनू किस शान से, जन्नत नुमा कश्मीर से आसाम के बागान से,